Woohoo!
Well, happy Saturday, everybody, and welcome to this online showcase concert for a cause for SAGA Community Center, a program of the Welcome Project PA. My name is Josh Blakesley, and I am the founder and executive director of the Welcome Project PA. And you can see our webpage is right there above it. And I'm going to tell you just a little bit briefly about the Welcome Project PA, some of our programs, and then we also just want to thank you for being part of this tonight. We hope you'll enjoy the music, you'll enjoy learning about what we are offering in the community, and that you'll just have a fun time. That's what this is about tonight, of having fun together and creating community. So first, one of the programs that we at the Welcome Project PA are involved with is what's called interfaith cooperative work and education and learning. So what does that mean? It means that we work with people of all different faith traditions and those who identify as secular to create programs that brings people together, that educates them about different religious traditions, and also that join together to do service learning projects in the community. Another program area of WPPA is therapy, therapeutic services. We offer bilingual counseling in Spanish and English, first pro bono and sometimes sliding scale according to the needs of the family or the individuals. And we're also developing programs that will be trauma-based and trauma-informed trainings, as well as trauma-informed therapy sessions for individuals and families as well. Another program area of WPPA is immigration law. So we partner with Solo, Isbell, and Palandino, which is a law firm in Philadelphia. And Cristina Galvan is our resident attorney, who is also bilingual in Spanish and English. And she offers pro bono consultations for those who need immigration help, and then a sliding scale if they have a case that she can work on. We also provide Know Your Rights campaigns and other informational things for the newcomers in our communities. And before I get to our last program area and our biggest one and turn it over to my friend Nikki, I want to tell you that today is a fundraiser. So we know that this time in this pandemic has been tough for a lot of people, and we just want to be together and get through this together. So what we're offering you today is the chance to participate in the Welcome Project PA and in SAGA Community Center. We have continued some online programs, which you're going to hear about later on tonight. And we're doing so because we believe that curating this type of community and this type of welcome is vital in this time, but also when we come out of this time. So I invite you now, friends, as you see right above me is the link. You can donate to the Welcome Project PA and SAGA Community Center by going to that webpage there, and it's a secure link. And of course, we are a 501(c), so your donation is a charitable donation. Our last program is called SAGA Community Center, and I'm going to turn it over to SAGA's director, Nikki Cope. Take it away, Nikki.
Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for being here tonight to support SAGA Community Center, part of the Welcome Project PA. My name is Nikki, and my pronouns are she or they, and I'm privileged to be serving as the director of SAGA Community Center alongside the best team in the world, who have been working really hard to build and continue to grow this amazing community of LGBT+ individuals, families, and allies. SAGA stands for Sexuality and Gender Acceptance, which is something that we desperately need more of, especially here in the suburbs. I actually grew up in Montgomery County and have always been painfully aware of the lack of resources and support for the LGBT+ communities in my county. So many of us are forced to travel long distances to find the community and resources that we deserve. In 2017, I was lucky to meet Josh Blakesley, social justice advocate and interfaith ambassador, and shared about my vision for a place committed to making a more inclusive, warm, and welcoming place for the LGBT+ communities. He supported and empowered myself, Amy, and Jennifer to pursue this vision and start Montgomery County's first physical LGBT+ community center. And thanks to technology like this, we've been able to keep hosting our programs online and continue supporting the communities as best we can. I really hope to have the chance to meet all of you in person someday soon at our physical location in Hatboro. But until then, please enjoy the next hour and a half of music and spotlights on how SAGA is serving our local communities. Thank you again for being here and supporting SAGA and the Welcome Project PA. And please get ready for our first musical performance of the evening. Have fun.
Hi, everyone. I am Kyle Rocco East, and I use they, them pronouns. And I'm so glad that Jen asked me to perform in this fundraiser. I'm so glad to be able to connect with and support the Welcome Project and SAGA. You are all doing really important work, and I'm just really grateful for people like you doing this stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna sing for you a few songs from the best children's television show ever made, of course, called Steven Universe. Yeah, so here we go. I was fine with the men who would come into our life now and again. I was fine, 'cause I knew that they didn't really matter until you. I was fine when you came, and we fought like it was all some silly game over her. Who'd she choose? After all those years, I never thought I'd lose. It's over, isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it over? It's over, isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it over? You won, and she chose you, and she loved you, and she's gone. It's over, isn't it? Why can't I move on? War and glory, reinvention, fusion, freedom, her attention out in daylight, my potential, bold, precise, experimental. Who am I now in this world without her? Petty and dull, with the nerve to doubt her. What does it matter? It's already done. Now I've got to be there for her son. It's over, isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it over? It's over, isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it over? You won, and she chose you, and she loved you, and she's gone. It's over, isn't it? Why can't I move on? It's over, isn't it? Why can't I move on? So, I've been thinking a lot about how even if we know that something isn't working for us anymore, that whether it's a relationship with a friend or a romantic relationship, if it's outdated ideas about gender and how we have to be in the world, ideas about who we should love, or even like conditioning about that we get from growing up with this like white supremacist conditioning from living in this society, even if we know these things are toxic or they're hurting us, it can be really hard to let go sometimes anyway. And to me, that's what that song is about. And so I wanted to then end with a song that's perhaps the antidote to that. Because for me, when I know I need to make a shift, when I know I need to let go, the thing that really helps me is having supportive community who share my values and who want to see a better world and who love me exactly as I am. So this is True Kind of Love. Oh, when a difficult day goes by, keeping it together is hard, but that's why you've got to try, you've got to try. And when there's a thundering storm outside, underneath the covers you huddle and hide. Open your eyes, open your eyes. It's the truth, it's the truth, it's the true kind of love. It's the truth, it's the truth, It's the true kind of love. Stuck in the middle of fear and shame. Everybody's looking for someone to blame. Like it's a game, like it's a game. And now I am better than win or lose. There's a new direction that I like to choose. It's called the truth. It's called the truth. Hey, you show me that solvable problem. We can get through this. I'll do the hardest part with you. It's the truth. It's the truth. It's the truth. I love. It's the truth. It's the truth. It's the truth. I love. It's the truth. It's the truth. It's the truth. I love. It's the truth. It's the truth. It's the truth. I love. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Kyle. Wow, that was awesome. I don't know about you, but if you weren't dancing to that, I don't know what's happening with you right now. So I got to tell you, we had a lot of amazing people get back to us about joining this evening of music and learning about SAGA Community Center. And we actually have some friends from across the pond, as they say in the UK, who are going to share a message of hope with you. And so I want to give it over now to Martin and Anna, all the way in the UK.
Balsham in Pennsylvania for the SAGA Community Center. And we want people, if possible, please, to support the vital work they're doing for the LGBT plus community in Montgomery, Pennsylvania. If you can go to their website, it's www.saga.boro.com. And if you could just give a little anything at all, that's the website. They're doing vital work and we really appreciate your support. Thank you.
Yes, absolutely, 100%. So we're going to do a little song called The Joy That You Give, just to say thanks and for awareness. And let's hope all the Christmas lights go on in the universe. It'll just get that collective level of consciousness just up a little bit, so the average baddie becomes a goodie. Anyway.
Just sharing the love. Yeah.
All the stars in the sky reveals the joy you give. Every time you say hi to a stranger, that's the joy you give. Online spiritual bank accounting reveals the joy you give. In the stage of meditation reveals the joy you give. I'm talking about the joy that you give, the one and only joy that you give. Can set your soul free, the joy that you give. Making your way to the light through the joy you give. This guitar is 200 years old. It's 3 years younger than me. I'm talking about the joy that you give. I wanna know the joy that you give. Can set your soul free, the joy that you give. Making your way to the light you give. So keep on rocking and reeling and rolling and rocking and reeling and rocking and picking on Peter Piper, pick a peck, pick a pepper. Keep on rocking and reeling and rolling and rocking and rolling and reeling and rocking, oh baby. I'm talking about the joy that you give, the one and only joy that you give. Can set your soul free, the joy that you give. Making your way to the light through the joy you give. The joy you give. The joy you give. God bless, guys. All the best, man.
Take care.
Wow. Thank you, Martin and Anna from across the pond. I know they're not listening at this point because at their time, it's like 3 in the morning. But it's awesome they sent a video. My name is Jennifer Angelina Petro. I am the program manager of the awesome SAGA Community Center, coming to you live from the SAGA Community Center. And I just want to talk a little bit about our support groups that we offer, because they are fantastic, if I may say so myself. So the history of our support groups, they started, we were having a movie night here at SAGA a couple of years ago, and the movie wouldn't work. Like there was something wrong with the technology. And so I turned and I looked to one of the people who were there and I said, so what would you like to do? And this person said, can we just share and talk? And I'm like, good boy, that's brilliant. And so that was the initiation of our support groups. We started pretty much immediately after that, LGBTQIA+ support group, peer-led, and we've had that ongoing for, I think, over 2 years now. And the more we grew, the more we realized we were getting a lot of trans and non-binary people. And so we decided to make an offshoot for the trans non-binary folk, which we now have. And of course, all the trans and non-binary folk are welcome in the regular gay support group. But it just seemed like a need. So the trans non-binary support group meets first Thursday of the month. The catch-all queer support group meets every third Thursday of the month. And all that can be found online. Hopefully someday we'll get back to this space and have them here. And one of the reasons we're having this fundraiser is we want to expand our programs. And we're working very hard on getting a youth queer support group going. We want to have a support group for older queer people. There's really not a lot out there for that part of the LGBT community. And we also want to have a parent resource group. So yeah, right now they're all offered online, the queer support group and the trans support group. And yeah, I think we have someone else is going to yak about that too, right?
Hello, everyone. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about SAGA Support Group and what my experience has been and what I love about them. One thing I would love to say about SAGA Support Group is that the second that I walked in when I first started attending, there was just such a sense of warmth. When I first started attending them, like I remember just walking through the door and I was just greeted by all friendly faces, by people who actually seemed like they cared about me, a concept, who asked me my name, my pronouns, where I'm from, what I do. I felt like they actually wanted to get to know me. And I wasn't just, you know, another person. I've been in a lot of different spaces, including LGBT spaces, where I felt just like the aura of the room was very cold and clinical. and very awkward, but I did not get that feeling at Saga at all. I just felt like real empathy and real compassion, and that's why I ended up staying. Another thing that I would love to talk about in terms of Saga support groups is how we pride ourselves and label ourselves as being a safe and a brave space. So to kind of break that down a little bit, when I say safe space, I mean we honor all gender identities, sexual orientations, relationship structures, and pronouns. That's baseline decency. That is what we're about. We do not tolerate hate or bigotry or judgment of any kind, any form. We like to call ourselves aggressively inclusive, and we really mean it. As far as a brave space goes, so like I said, we consider ourselves a safe and a brave space. So when I say brave space, I mean, we recognize that growth is a process. None of us have arrived there. We all make mistakes. In order to grow, we sometimes have to be uncomfortable. We're going to have to be challenged and educated. We're going to have to apologize when we're wrong and when we accidentally hurt people. And that happens the other way around too. People can sometimes accidentally offend us. Just because they're learning to. And so at Saga, we like to say we're a brave space because we encourage dialogue and growth and education, even when it's very uncomfortable. So that's that. And then I'm going to turn to Eric.
Yeah, so hi, my name is Eric. I go by they, them pronouns. I just wanted to talk a little bit about the support group structure. I really love the way that we have our support group structured both off and online. Currently with COVID going on, we have online support groups running, like Jen said, on the first and the third Thursday of every month. But the structure is really important to us because it really allows everyone to feel heard. The way our structure works is that we start off with introductions of all of the leaders within the group. We go over different rules and how we're going to run the group. And then when it's time to start sharing, everyone is muted so that there's no crosstalk, no one's talking over one another. Everything is completely respectful. So everyone gets their time to share, which is really wonderful. I'm glad that we have enough time for many, many people to share, because I know we prioritize sharing time for everyone in our group times. So we mute everyone, and then everyone gets to share. And then once everyone shares, we can unmute everyone so that everyone can give each other feedback. And one of the cool things that we came up with about the feedback system is that we must ask one another, just like we love to preach consent. We want everyone to ask one another, is it okay if I give you feedback? Is it okay if I ask you a question that might be deeply personal? I think that's a very honest and respectful way that we have it structured, that everyone can treat each other well. And it's just, I can't begin to explain how wonderful our support groups are. I swear every time that we have a support group, I always think, wow, this was the best one yet. And I keep getting surprised every single time, to be honest. It's truly wonderful. And, at the very end, we always tell each other that we're here for one another. We always talk about how, if anyone needs to stay afterwards, especially when we have groups in person, if anyone needs to stay afterwards, they can come and talk to one of the leaders. We just have it so that we can be supportive of one another. And now,
if I may say so, Eric, real quick,
of course,
just to say that, so the feedback, not only do we ask for permission, the people who are answering that question are free to say no.
Absolutely.
You know what? I don't want feedback. And by feedback in general, what we mean is support. Like, hey, it's not advice giving. It's just like, hey, I support you. I identify share a little bit of their story that can help and support. Tons of affirmation and validation. I just wanted to put that in there. Thank you, Eric. And now.
Hi, I'm Kai. I use they, them pronouns. I thought I would just share a moment about my experience with the SAGA support groups. I remember the first time I came to a support group, I was terrified. And this wonderfully friendly person, Jen, greeted me, made me feel totally at home. I had never attended a group before. And it took me a couple of different groups before I would start to share, as Jen will attest. But what I witnessed in that group was a gathering of people that were so supportive of each other, so respectful of each other. It was moderated with compassion. There's tears, there's laughter, and there is never any judgment. And this is a place where not only are you listened to, but you're heard. And that's so important. And keep in mind that the people sharing in these groups are sharing some of the most painful and personal things that you can imagine. So over time, I have developed some wonderful friendships with people that I will have for the rest of my life. Love you guys.
We love you, Kai. And now Kai's leading groups too.
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
I graduated to moderating groups.
I know.
Which is something I'm so passionate about. SAGA is so important in so many people's lives. Tonight, we really truly appreciate your support. As Jen mentioned, we are really wanting to expand to new audiences and provide more frequent groups for those who attend now. So now we are going to introduce you to the Taylor family. And they are a family that loves to come to our activity and game nights.
Hi, my name's Casey. I'm 9. My pronouns are they, them, their. And Noni. And you're non-binary. And I'm non-binary.
So, for both of you, this video today is what does SAGA mean to you?
SAGA is basically a family. It's where I can go to not get judged. And Miss Jen's kind of like the grandmother of it all.
What SAGA means to me is that SAGA is basically my second family. Everybody is like nice and are very kind, and all of them are very fun to be around.
It's like a gay family reunion whenever I go there with all the crazy aunts and uncles.
Well, and LGBTQ plus, obviously.
Okay.
What SAGA has meant for us is a place where we can be ourselves, where we can be accepted, where we can have like-minded people, and we get support. And others who are going through the same things, similar things, or just hearing other people's stories and being able to be there and help each other. We've made a lot of great friends, some close people, right?
Me choking my sibling out.
And some great advocates to help when it comes to the educational needs with the schooling. It's been a great thing for us as a family, as individuals, and for love and care. All right, you guys want to say bye?
No.
It will.
Hi.
Hey everyone. I have to do something really quick because there is some noise coming from somewhere and I want it to stop happening. So I'm going to stop that noise really quick. Bear with me just one moment. There we go. Sorry about that, everybody. This is the lovely technology called Zoom that we're all living in these days. So, without further ado, I want to introduce our next performer. Take it away, Floricane!
Hey. About Saga, I know my friend Jen, and Jen really likes Saga, and I know how important it is, especially as LGBT people, as queer people. A lot of times we feel very lonely, and we don't really have a support group. So it's really wonderful that like people has a space to share like their experiences, their feelings, just their daily life, and get like comfort from like other like trans people and like LGBT plus people. So yeah, as Josh was saying, I'm Floricane, and I'm playing 2 songs today. You can find me on Bandcamp. I have those 2 songs for free in there. You can just download them. This first song is called Nova, and yeah, let me press the space pedal. Hope you enjoy it. I'm gonna put this down a little. Florestas, montanhas, vinho, cicatriz, esperança e tem história, tem memórias. Esse verso é pra você. Não esqueça que eu sou você. Dentro deste corpo que Deus te deu, tem milhões de cores, de sabores, existem flores. Florestas, montanhas, vinho, cicatriz, esperança e tem história e tem memória. Thank you. So this one was called Nova, and you can find it on Bandcamp. I also have music on Spotify, but they're different. They're a little bit different. They're more like ambient or atmospheric. Let me tweak some stuff here. Okay, so this next song is called Venus, and this one is about being gay, and don't we love all of being gay? Hope y'all enjoy it. Oops, that's a little bit too loud. This is more like it. Into the night, you kiss my lips, we lay in bed. Your hair gets stuck between my teeth, purple, green, and red, the colors of your past. It guides your hands, we touch your chest, fingertips and light red. You see the stars, Saturn, Jupiter, and Mars. Black holes couldn't kiss you as much as I. Raisin lights and fire. Stay in bed while the rain stops. How pretty you are. Watch as me runs into the world ends, and you hold my hand. A gate of girls kiss, 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 kiss. Only one bed, only one left. We touch and kiss and blush and trips and tell how pretty you and me and they and she are. Threads end up when our hearts smash like a tree. They whisper all the flirts from across the globe. Debaixo desse cobertor eu e você com sabor de pele chá. E você sabe casa. Stay in bed while the rains and tell how pretty you are. Watch as me runs into the world ends and you hold my hand. Of girls, kiss, 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 kiss. Only one left, only one left. college and trips, telling her to you and me and they and she are threads and open our hearts. Thank you. This one was called Venus, and this was my last one. I hope you stick out for the next acts, and thank you all so much for coming.
Thank you, Floricane. Holy smokes, fantastic. Wow, thank you. And
Jen, you muted yourself.
how did I do that? Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Can you see me now? Hello? Can you hear me and see me?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Sorry about that. I don't know if you heard, but I'm going to say it again. Floricane, fantastic and beautiful and joyous. Thank you so much. And right now we have a band who couldn't make it here tonight. So they sent a clip of, a video of a recent live performance. And they are a punk, rockabilly, country, folk, all kinds of thing band. And they perform a lot of local gigs. And they are called Smoky Timbers.
There's a bar in the city where the people come to play. There's a woman in the corner, she is looking right my way. And the man at the jukebox, he is spending his lifetime to play a memory of his life in a better time. So cheers to you, my friend, and we dance on. And the bar begins to sway as the sun sets on the day. The people that come to play as the sun sets on the day. And the
Two, three, four.
Another day, another dollar. Another year, yet still we bother. Inspiration's lost its way. We are living for today. Absence makes the heart grow fonder. Even when our hearts may wander, hold on to the ones you love, 'cause love saves the day. Dream, wishing my wishes to prayers. Hold on to someone else's hope. And if you just don't have the faith, remember who you're born to be. Then you can pursue your dreams. Yesterday belongs to none, and tomorrow sings a new song. So let the past be by yourself. Embrace it now. Strength is found deep inside you, beyond the fear and paranoia. Pick yourself up, ask for help. We're stronger together. Dream, wishing my wishes to prayers. Hold on to someone else's hope. And if you just don't have the faith, remember who you're born to be. Then you can pursue your dreams. Wishing my wishes to prayers. Hold on to someone else's hope. And if you just don't have the faith, remember who you're born to be. Then you can pursue your dreams. Sometimes we're blinded by reality. Fog of doubt will hold you down. Oh. You have to dream before your dreams come true. Close your eyes. Know I'm with you. Dreams, wishing my wishes to prayers. Hold on to someone else's hope. And if you just don't have the faith, remember who you're born to be. Then you can pursue your dreams. Wishing my wishes to prayers. Hold on to someone else's hope. And if you just don't have the faith, remember who you're born to be. Then you can pursue your dreams.
Wow, that's fantastic. I wish they were here for me to thank personally, but thank you, Smoky Timbers. Wonderful indeed. And right now, Rel and I are going to chat a little bit, hi Rel, about our library and a bunch of other stuff. And a bunch of other stuff. We have so much good stuff.
We do.
So I'm going to start about our library. So a year or so ago, so we have this like old closet storage space full of just junk. And our amazing Nikki looked at that one day and said, hey, we should make a library. And so we did. And I want to say, before I get much further into the library, that Amy and Nikki constructed the library, made all the shelves and did all that. And we're very proud of that space. It's the only queer library in Montgomery County. It's a free lending library, just like a library. Oh my gosh. And there's my mustache. It looks like I have a mustache, but that's okay. I'm non-binary-ish. Anyway, we have children's books, general fictions, graphic novels, poetry, sex and relationships, children's, if I just didn't already mention that, resources for parents, queer history, and interfaith stuff, activism stuff. And the catalog is available online on our SAGA Hatboro page. And it's great the way we do it. We have, like, if the book is either by an intersex author, for example, or about an intersex, if it's an intersex story, there'll be an intersex label on that. You know, same for trans and poly or whatnot. And it's such a great way to do it, so people can really know what's going on, if I can say it that way. And we also sell books, not necessarily queer books, but just books that Jen bought on her manic spending sprees. And all the money from those sales goes directly to our library in particular. And so, yeah, check it out. And Rel.
Oh, yes. No, the library is awesome. Seriously, props to Nikki and Amy about that. But I'm going to tell you guys about Coffee House and open mic night. Typically, we do it at SAGA, and we have it upstairs, and it's somewhere that we like have a safe, supportive platform for artists to come out and express themselves through music and poetry. And you know, it's a great way to go out and celebrate local queer artists. It's great for family, friends, allies, and any good coffee house has snacks and beverages, which we have a surplus of. Usually we send people home with it. Always pastries, bagels, coffee, tea. Usually we have like gluten-free and vegan options because people are picky, like myself, Jen, too. But yeah, it's always a good time and great local artists. But other than that, we have some other events that we host, such as like game nights, activity nights. Currently, we are doing them online due to COVID. We are doing some games through Zoom. The picture right now is all the Zoom leaders or SAGA leaders doing a Zoom meeting. But typically we do it at the SAGA building itself. But it's family and ally friendly. We have games and arts and crafts for all ages. There's always good conversation, supportive friends around. And just like Jen said, there's a library right next door. So if you're not interested in games or arts and crafts that day, there's always a good library book to pick up. We have air hockey table, video games that we can play. And also we provide snacks and beverages there as well. Other than activity night, which by the way, we have activity night on the 2nd and 4th Thursday of every month. And like I said, right now they are on Zoom. So check them out online on our Facebook. We will share the link every time we have it. Other than that, we do a thing called Clothing Swap. And Clothing Swap is really cool because it's a safe space for people for gender expression and exploration, especially for trans and non-binary people. It's a good place to go and look for like genderqueer clothing without judgment. And it's also nice because you can try on these clothes. We have 3 bathrooms in the facility, so you can try the clothes on and have everybody tell you whether or not you should take it home or not, but yeah, no, it's just a great place to shop without judgment. But and what else do you have, Jen?
Well, first I want to say the entire first chunk of the clothes on that table were Jen's hippie clothes. All that, like the first bunch of shirts were all mine. Now there's a bunch of hippies out there looking like Jen. So yeah, one of the things that we sometimes get for the clothing swaps are binders. People donate binders as well, which is great. But in addition to that stuff, we do activism. Just last week, I think it was, we were asked to be a part of this event, the No Hate Hatboro. Unfortunately, a queer flag that the city of Hatboro put up a week or so ago was stolen. And so they had a wonderful rally, and we participated. We did a little speaking and that kind of thing. And this is a different one. This is an educational fair that we were invited to, I think at Penn. I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
I think it's Penn something or other.
Yeah, Penn State Abington.
Penn State Abington. I knew it was Penn something.
LGBT Health Fair.
Yeah, that's right. And we have been at a bunch of, had a table at, New Hope Pride and Philly Pride, and we are getting asked more and more to educate and do activism out in the community. The borough of Hatboro passed the LGBT Human Rights Ordinance 2 years ago, and SAGA had a big part to play in that. We're very proud of that. And let's see, we also have workshops occasionally, and that's actually going to increase over the next few months. Next Thursday, we have a queer sexuality and pleasure workshop by the wonderful Jules Purnell. That's on our SAGA site. And a couple weeks later, we have an AMA with a wonderful trans non-binary person named Teddy. And we are also going to be branching out to do workshops in collaboration with the Montgomery County Women's Center. And we've had Williams Way come out and do workshops, and that's a real important part of what we are doing and want to really expand, is to help educate and offer forums like that for myriads of topics. Did I forget anything, Rel?
I don't think so. No,
can
but
remind
you're
you
always
to
our
remind
best at activism person. You're always the best speaker for us. So.
Well, thank you. I think part of that is because I taught for so many years, and I really don't mind speaking. So I've done things like a little training at Pico Energy, the Taylor family with little Casey. I was asked to speak to their principal and teacher when Casey started using they, them pronouns. And so I like that. It's maybe the funnest part of my job. So yeah, thanks for saying that.
Of course.
And next up, we have a little video from one of our SAGA members named Ro. And Ro is just one of the coolest people we have ever met. I don't think she says it on the video, but she's an amazing artist in all ways, graphic arts and crafts and textile arts. And yeah, so without further ado, here's Ro.
I actually travel to get there. It takes me like an hour and a half, literally. I take the Broad Street line all the way out to Olney, and I have to take a separate bus to get all the way out there. But it's totally worth it. Like, I am so happy I found that place. The people are very chill. Everybody's like super accepting. And it's this place where I feel like I can be myself. And I love the events they put on. I just feel very loved and supported, and it feels like a home away from home. So I love SAGA.
Okay, I will just go because Jen is there. Although muted.
Sorry, I didn't get unvideoed in, that's okay. This is Kate, and Kate is an amazing singer-songwriter, musician. If you look behind Kate, you can see trombones, drums, keyboards, other percussion things, and Kate plays all of them. She's a one gay person band, and she plays the mandolin and the uke. No mandolin? What the hell?
I don't have one.
You could play it, I'm sure. But anyway, so Kate's gonna play us a couple of original songs, and enjoy because they are fantastic.
Thanks, Jen.
Yippers.
Yippers. Now I'm unmuted again. So I wrote some things down so I don't have to think. As was said, and you can see, my name is Kate Paice, and I am a fellow SAGA leader, and I'm happy to support the WPPA or WIPA Good SAGA Community Center. I wanted to just quickly tell you that when I first was introduced to them at a regular coffee house, I was welcomed with open arms. And of course, it was Jen that had a big influence on that. And so thank you, Jen. And I was in a place of looking for love, and I was gifted with much more than that. So both WIPA and SAGA mean the world to me, and I hope you can help support us in the important work we do by donating on the website, as you had seen before, but it's welcomeprojectpa.org/donate. I'm gonna play some music now, and I just am ready. Okay. Oh, well, I'll just play it. But no, this song is called Stingrays. That's as much of a giveaway of the song I will share. Okay. They glide along the water as if they're flying. Look like coral fins in a wave of emotion where they're hiding from predators and waiting for a prey. They burrow in the sand at the bottom of the ocean. Stingrays, they're related to sharks, but unlike sharks, they won't eat your leg. If they're scared though, you better watch out. They might whip their tail and knock you right out. They've got no bones, only cartilage, flexing all around. They can grow 6.5 feet long, 2 eyes on their head, mouth and nose in their belly. You can learn so much from the stingray song. Stingrays, they're related to sharks, but unlike sharks, they won't eat your leg. If they're scared though, you better watch out. They might whip your tail and knock you right out. I said might whip your tail, which that's confusing. So this next song, for lack of not a better title, but just I just felt like calling it I Love You. So like On to the next song. Okay, no chit chat. All right. It's so far. Oops, that sounds good. All right. It's so far away, yet you feel so close. I could talk to you for hours, living coast to coast. We've shared dreams and it fills my heart. There'll never be too much. I don't ever want to part. I want to know you more. I want to know your soul. I really love your laugh. You found a matching nose. I want to know you more. I love to watch your eyes. I love when they look at me. I want to help you sleep. I want to help you be a great success. I feel we could be a great success. A true love story. I want to know you more. I want to know your soul. I really love your laugh. You found a matching nose. I want to know you more. I hope you know that I love you. 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 You said I'm tired of feeling blue. I just wanna come home to you. With all of our troubles, I'll always love all of you. We grew on our own, so leave me free. And maybe one day you'll make a home with me. I wanna know you more. I wanna know your soul. I really love your laugh. You found a matching nose. I wanna know you more. I wanna know your soul. If not for breathing, things would be much easier. And my last song is called, oh, I'm sweating. It's called what is it called? It's called A Whale of a Song. And that's that. Okay. Yes. Did you know that whale? Oh, well, also the chorus repeats itself at the end, and I ask everyone to sing along with me. And so at home you can sing along with me, and I won't hear you, but it will still be cool to be silently singing together. And so, but the chorus is when you something let they blow out their blowholes, so you go like this, like you go like this, and then you go like this, so they blow out the blowholes to let air in. You maybe figure it out, I'm not sure. So, okay. Did you know that whales are wait, okay, I've got it. I didn't write these words down because I was like, oh, I got this song. All right, I'm just gonna skip that beginning. Bringing, you know, did you know that whales are great? Well, I'll tell you some reasons why. They can sing underwater, be heard for miles and miles. They can swim so far with their two flippers. Oops, they're the largest creatures on this big, big earth. They blow out the blowholes to let air in. They blow out the blowholes to let air in. They blow out the blowholes to let air in. They blow out the blowholes to let air in. Did you know that whales can reach for the stars when they breach, jumping out of the water, slashing each other? They wish to talk with you, they wish to talk with me. The law protects them from their enemies. They blow out the blowholes to let air in. They blow out the blowholes to let air in. They blow out the blowholes to let air in. They blow out the blowholes to let air in. Everybody blow out the blowholes. blowholes to let air in. They blow out the blowholes to let air in. They blow out the blowholes to let air in. And yeah, that was that. I believe I'm saying welcome to our next video provided by DJ. Intro is thorough. I'm trying to read notes.
Everyone else involved with SAGA, all the great things that they do. Thank you so much for all that you put out there to support the LGBTQ community, myself included. My girlfriend and I will be getting married this winter. I want to thank you all, and if you please could everyone donate toward their programs and all that they do for our community at sagahatboro.com. Thank you so much, and I hope you enjoy my contribution of Penelope.
Penelope, where are you from? Where have you been? Where are you going? And what will you do when you're there? You're beautiful, I'm glad you passed my way. But I understand you're always drifting around from place to place. So tell me, when will you go? And when you leave, what will be different? Is there the slightest chance you will come back? Take me to the blue. I wanna wash the waves in your arms. Be my umbrella on the water. Be my orca on the sea. Think of all we have been, what will become. Our very existence was meant to be intertwined. You're beautiful, I treasure every moment. I understand, but let's pretend I don't know yet. Take me to the sea. I wanna fall asleep in salty air. Be my umbrella on the water. I'll be waiting on the beach. Where will I go? How many lives until I see you again? How many waves on our horizon? You are the angel with a halo. It's as bright as the stars. Light up the world to make your home. Take me to the blue. I wanna wash the waves in your arms. Be my umbrella on the water. I'll be waiting on the beach. Be my umbrella on the water. Be my orca on the sea. And that's Penelope.
Wow, thank you, DJ, Darcy. Totally beautiful. an original song by DJ. Awesome. So we now have one of our regulars who performs at many of our coffee houses in the past, and that is the wonderful Abby Cohen. Take it away, Abby.
Hey everybody. So yeah, at some point somebody sent me a message saying open mic and LGBT queer in the same sentence, and I lit up and said, great, where do I sign up? Let me be there. And I love all these people, and at some point I hope soon to be in a room again with them and hug people, and that would make me happy. But in the meanwhile, do a couple songs and tell you that when I'm not doing things like open mic, I am often writing, and I am part of a group called the Creative Light Factory. We have a lot of writing groups and writing workshops, and it's all online. So if you like to write for fun or to get better at writing, come check us out. And with that, do the thing. This is, first one is by the late great Harry Chapin, and he wrote this one for his wife, and her name is Sandy. Sandy is the seashore, and Sandy is the sea, and Sandy is the clear blue sky, or so it seems to me. Yes, I see her everywhere, in everything I see. She can turn to anything that she would like to be. Sandy is the summer's day. She laughs inside the brook. Sandy is the autumn moon. She shines down when I look. Sandy is the cozy fire on a snowy winter's night. And Sandy is the soft spring rain in the early morning light. Sandy is my mirror. There are secrets in her eyes. And every single morning, she dons a new disguise. Yes, she is the mystery of all that's wild and free. Yes, I see the world in her, for she means the world to me. Okay, now for something completely different. I know a lot of people have been having some trouble with food during this strange time we're living in. And so for those of you who have had their ups and downs with food, this is by Christine Lavigne, and it goes a little like this. Some people eat grapefruit for breakfast. Some people eat oatmeal. There are those who will tell you granola is a very good deal, but not me. I don't go for that stuff. When it comes to nourishment, I get more than enough. Nothing satisfies my taste like sitting down to a great big plate of cold pizza for breakfast, one cooked to wash it down. Maybe a couple of onion rings to make this meal well-rounded. I want cold pizza for breakfast, and pinch cold spaghetti will do. But there's nothing in the world that I like better than eating cold pizza with you. My woman takes me out for the evening. She treats me so nice. We go for dinner. We go dancing. We go for more than a slice. Yes, we order a pie. We eat what we can. We take the rest home. That's part of the plan. In the morning with the sunrise, she sees that crazy look in my eyes. I want cold pizza for breakfast. One Coke to wash it down. Maybe a couple of pepperoni to make this girl well-rounded. I want cold pizza for breakfast, and a pinch of cold spaghetti will do. But there's nothing in the world that I like better than eating cold pizza with you. Thank you, everybody. I hope you're having as good a night as I am.
know, since you're here, that this, you know, group does so much for the community, and that's why I'm so happy that I'm able to do this little video, singing a good, happy, fun song. Hope that you can sing along or dance along, and just remember that you're not alone out there. There's always good people that are around to lift you up and, you know, remind you that you're part of something bigger and better. And definitely there's some people like that over at SAGA. So huge shout out to them. I guess a little bit about me. My name's Seamus. I live in Philadelphia. I'm a creative weirdo, and I also happen to be a proud member of the trans community and a bisexual wackadoo as well. So, but you know, just I went through some rough bumps finding who I was in this world, and definitely having community resources like SAGA, you know, that are around to help folks is huge, because the world is just a much better place with you in it, being true to yourself, and being able to share the light that is inside. So make sure you guys, you know, share this and donate, and, you know, follow their page to see more stuff that's going on in Hatboro. So yeah, enjoy the video, guys. Bye.
We get it almost every night when that moon is a big and bright. It's a supernatural delight. Everybody's dancing in the moonlight. Everybody here is out of sight. They don't bark and they don't bite. They keep things loose, they keep it tight. Everybody's dancing in the moonlight. Dancing in the moonlight. Everybody's feeling warm and bright. It's such a fine natural sight. Everybody's dancing in the moonlight. We like our fun and we never fight. You can't dance and stay uptight. It's a supernatural delight. Everybody's dancing in the moonlight. Dancing in the moonlight. Everybody's feeling warm and bright. It's such a fine and natural sight. Everybody's dancing in the moonlight. Do you wanna dance? You make me feel alive. Just you and me and the moon and the stars tonight. We get it almost every night when that moon is big and bright. It's a supernatural delight. Everybody's there dancing in the moonlight. Dancing in the moonlight. Everybody's feeling warm and bright. It's such a fine and natural sight. Everybody's dancing in the moonlight.
Whoa. Whoa, that was epic. Am I right? Am I right? That was epic. Jen, was that not epic?
That was epic. Amazingly epic. Can you hear me? Yes? that a no? Josh?
Sorry, I had to mute myself because another video was playing without my permission.
Oh.
Because I was just dancing in the moonlight and it just happened.
I know. You asked the question whether that was epic or not, and it was so epic.
It was so epic. And speaking of epic,
oh.
Beloved siblings out there, thank you for being with us. If you haven't already donated, it's right there. And also, if you don't want to do the online thing, totally fine. You can write a check. Our address is posted on our Facebook page. I believe Amy has been posting that address as well. So please, we are so grateful for your donations and for your support. And now I want to introduce to you, also very, very epic, Jennifer Angelina Petro, who will be playing you a variety of songs for your listening. Take it away, Jen.
The variety of songs, meaning 2. And I will, first one is an original song I wrote for some students probably 8 years ago. And I hope you like it. It's called Kindness Spirals. Oh, and by the way, I wrote this long before I knew I was queer and trans. I say that because it mentions rainbows a couple times. And I'm like, I look back on it now and I'm like, oh yeah. Anyway. Kindness spirals within and without. Let your light shine, rainbows all around. Through a veil of lonely tears, kindness is the answer to blossom through our fear. Lead with love, 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 lead with love. Lead with love, lead with love. Through worries that try to get our dreams off track, let kindness spiral, bringing center back. Through a field of waving golden wings, the door is revealed and a rainbow road to free. Let kindness spiral to others and yourself. Give and receive and love what the mirror tells. Lead with love, 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 lead with love. Spiral through the winter like a fire warm and brave. Spiral through the spring like seeds of rebirth seed. Spiral through the sun like a cool calm breeze. Spiral through the yard like a stream of golden leaves. Let your light shine, rainbows all around. Kindness spirals within and without. Let your light shine, rainbows all around. Be with love, 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 be with love. I hope you liked it. This next song is a cover version. I hope Paul McCartney doesn't get mad at me and get upset. This is my rendition of Mull of Kintyre. Kate, I'm guessing you could play the bagpipes, but too bad we can't. Next time we have a live show, Kate, you're playing the bagpipes. Anyway, this is the last song from anybody for the evening. Feel free to sing along. You know the words, especially at the end. Mull of Kintyre, oh, mist rolling in from the sea. My desire is always to be here, oh, Mull of Kintyre. Far have I traveled, and much have I seen, dark distant mountains with valleys of green, past painted deserts, the sun sets on fire as he carries me home to Mull of Kintyre, Mull of Kintyre, oh, mist rolling in from the sea. My desire is always to be here, oh, Mull of Kintyre. Sweep through the heather like deer in the glen, carry me back to the days I knew then. Nights when we sang like a heavenly choir of the light, the times of the Mull of Kintyre, Mull of Kintyre. From this rolling in from the sea, my desire is always to be here, oh, Mull of Kintyre. Smiles in the sunshine and tears in the rain still take me back to where my memories remain. Flickering embers grow higher and higher as they carry me home to the Mull of Kintyre, Mull of Kintyre, oh, mist rolling in from the sea. My desire is always to be here, oh, Mull of Kintyre, Mull of Kintyre, oh, mist rolling in from the sea. My desire is always to be here, oh, Mull of Kintyre. home is rolling in from the sea. My desire is always to be here. Oh, Mother Kinter, home is rolling in from the sea. My desire is always to be here. Oh, Mother Kinter, Mother Kinter, Mother Kinter. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, thank you.
Thanks, Jen.
You're welcome.
So once again, thanks everybody who joined this tonight and who watched at any point, even if you just were on for a few minutes. We thank you so much for being part of this community. And once again, it might be annoying, but I can't help pointing to it. There it is. You know what to do. We really appreciate your support, because this support connects you to the work of SAGA Community Center and these great people you met tonight. And we're going to continue doing this work even in the pandemic. We're going to continue offering these support groups and activity nights and continuing to expand our welcome in this community. So I'm going to stop talking and I'm going to allow anyone else who wants to talk to share some of the things that are coming up for SAGA Community Center.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to check out the comment section from the live video, we are posting the event page link. Also check out the Facebook page. It'll be pretty hard for you to miss the event links that we have coming up, for sure.
Yeah, just
Yeah. Oh, go
every
ahead.
Thursday we got something going on.
I'm sorry, Nikki, I interrupted you. What'd you say at the beginning?
Pretty much every Thursday we've got something going on, and hopefully with your support we can increase that and Sunday be open every single day to provide programs for the LGBT community, family, friends, allies, everybody.
Yeah. And normally we only do things, you know, there's usually only 4 Thursdays a month. And often in the 5th Thursday we take a break, but this 5th Thursday we're not. We have a great workshop, as I mentioned earlier, by Jules Purnell on queer sexuality and pleasure. And so please look for information about that. We have an AMA coming up in August by our wonderful trans man named Teddy. And hopefully some workshops coming up with the Women's Center, Montgomery County Women's Center. So there's always stuff, and all the donations that you make go to expanding those programs. We really look forward to expanding the youth queer support group and the senior citizen queer support group and all that. So your contributions really are going to vital work. And just to say thank you to all the amazing performers who were live and who sent videos in. You guys, your people are so fantastic. So thank you for lending your talents and gifts to us.
And I just got a message on our Facebook feed that just during this event, this is not including any donations before or leading up to this event and any donations that come in after, because you can always donate after the event. But we broke $200 in the time period from 7 o'clock until now. So thank you, everybody. And thanks to all the performers for making that possible. It's amazing. And we look forward to doing this again. You know, we'll even get better at it. So, and thanks to Abby and all the other performers out there. So, hey, good night, everybody.
Wait. Shout out to Kai for doing the backstage pressing of lots of buttons.
Yeah.
I know Amy did some button pressing, and Josh, thank you. You've done a lot of work getting this off the ground. Like you were getting videos ready like a half an hour before this started.
No, I wasn't. That never happened. We were ready for this from day one, from the get-go. So, no, but thanks everybody. Thanks you all, and be well and be kind to each other. And we look forward to seeing you around sometime soon. Thanks everybody.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.